Let's do it.
Our very first live streaming class. Thank you so much for joining
Yes,
us. My name is Kay.
And I'm Heidi.
And we are together, the Dragonfly Collective.
Yes, we are.
And we're here to teach you today how to meditate through the madness.
All crazy the madness. Time of year right now.
It's wild. All the uncomfortable family dinners.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
All the long lines at the stores.
Traffic.
So this is going to help you out a lot.
Sure will.
All right. So let's go to the next slide. So one cool thing about meditation is that you can use it anywhere, anytime. It truly is a mobile device and a mobile solution for you to regulate your nervous system.
Take it everywhere you go.
Absolutely.
Just whip it out when needed.
Yep. All right, next slide.
Probably.
There we go. Okay, awesome. So why learn meditation? Why meditate at all? You've probably heard a lot of different people talking about meditation. And I mean, you've been living under a rock if you haven't, right?
Right.
I mean, it's been around forever.
Yeah, and they're telling all of us how good it is for us. And it really is regenerating our nervous system and all that. But then it's so hard to do when there's so much going on around us and in our brains and everything else. To be able to quiet down, to be able to take advantage of what it does for you can be really difficult.
Right. So that's what we're going to teach you today so that you can get all of these different solutions. So meditation is proven to increase your brain function by over 30%. So it basically opens up neural pathways. It resets your nervous system and it helps your focus and your attention go exactly where you need it to go.
Absolutely.
More than that, it also helps emotional satisfaction. And it helps you feel more calm, more fulfilled in life, feeling like you have more of a purpose, sense of direction.
Yeah.
And
so when you feel like beating somebody up in the Christmas line, you can bring it in and it can calm you and you'll be okay.
Right, because it decreases your stress also by over 30% as well. So again, just regulating that nervous system is what it's all about.
Yeah, it's huge.
It is.
Okay.
So now we're going to teach you how to discover this inner peace. But in a real funny way, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't be us.
That's true. That's true.
Next slide. Perfect.
Okay.
So if you want to take this first huge step.
Okay. So the best way to start meditating is get yourself in a safe place. So there are several ways that you can do that. One of them is like grounding, and there's many ways that you can ground. Some of the ways that I do it, I like to picture my feet in the grass and Mother Earth and dig my toes all the way down deep till I grow roots into the ground, and it will anchor me there. So if somebody were to come up and try to push you over, they couldn't even do it because you would be absolutely rooted in the ground or in the sand at the beach or, what are those kinds of things that you like to do when you're grounding?
Yeah, so I do a very similar visualization when I ground. I work more with chakra energy and my light sources. So I will imagine all my chakras lighting up and becoming a white light throughout and spreading into the earth and rooting. And I picture those bright white roots kind of going through. Yeah. But exactly what Heidi said, you want to feel safe. You want to go to your safe space, wherever that might be. And then you also can do this in different ways. So take what we're teaching you and try it on for size and see what might work better for you. Because we also have different protection methods too that we do.
Right. Like along with what she was saying, so I also do, I picture white light energy coming all the way from my crown chakra, just down rooting into Mother Earth. So I've got like a light pole going through my body, a bright white light pole.
Yeah. Yeah. And so when we do protection as well, because that's the second part of this is grounding and protection. So for me, light source, I kind of visualize that white light is rooting, but around me is this golden protective glow of light, and nothing can penetrate into that. Nothing can get out. I am safe. It's almost like a golden blanket. And visualizing that protection helps make it so. And then Heidi, how do you do your protection?
So I do my protection differently. I call in my angels and ask them to bubble me up. So I call in Archangel Uriel to the north, and she's the angel of wisdom. And I call in Archangel Gabriel to the west. He's the archangel of communication. And then Archangel Michael to the south. He is the grand protector. And then Archangel Raphael to the east, and he is our healing archangel. So I pull them in, then I ask them to, I literally say, bubble me up. But I picture myself, ask them to put me in a bubble, a safe bubble where, again, nothing can get to me, penetrate, that, I'm safe. So I can meditate, go wherever I want, and they're going to keep me safe.
That's awesome. And again, another difference of different techniques that you can use, but they all work, and you have to find what works for you. So we're just sharing what works for us. You can try it on for size and then kind of tweak as you go. The second part of meditation, kind of the pre-work of meditation rather, is getting your breath right. So there's a lot of different breathing techniques out there. I'm going to share with you my favorite, and then Heidi's going to share with you her favorite. So my favorite breathing technique is called a box breath. You may or may not have heard of this. So imagine a box, and you can close your eyes and visualize a box, but I'm going to use the TV to demonstrate here. What you're going to do is you're going to inhale for 4 seconds as you move up the box. Then you're going to hold it at the top for 4 seconds. And then you're going to exhale that breath as you move down the side of the other side of the box. And then as you exhale, you're going to hold for another 4 seconds. So if you want to practice along at home,
let's do it.
It goes inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold it at the top, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold that exhale, 2, 3, 4. And you can repeat this a couple of times. 3 times is the best, honestly, to really just reset your whole nervous system.
Yeah, and that's what it does. It slows your breathing, kind of brings everything into center, and gets everything to where you're kind of slow down and get into that mode.
Calming that anxiety,
yeah.
Releasing those fears, everything.
I start everything with breath work, especially when I'm meditating, because the way that I do it is I do 3 deep breaths too, but I pull in my breath from my toes and I bring it all the way up through my chest cavity, my heart chakra. So, and then when I release it, I think to myself, I release, I release, I release. And then do it again. I release, I release, I release. And then you do that 3 times, and that is absolutely going to get you focused. And what you want to do by doing that, and when you let your breath out, you want to release the tension, the whatever frustration, everything else, but you don't want to focus on each individual. I'm releasing, my day and my flat tire. Just release. Don't try to pinpoint it or make your brain start going. Just release. Whatever it is, I release it.
Man, I already feel better. I think we can end. I think that's enough, right? We hit the value point right there. The breath work is so important for that, for sure. And especially during the meditation too, which we'll talk about on the next slide. But starting the meditation, just kind of wrapping all of this up, make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you're super comfortable. So I prefer to meditate sitting upright.
I like to lay down.
Right. And it's up to you. And
I mean, you meditate sitting up in a crazy, chaos, going around you.
Oh yeah.
I have to have quiet.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very similar to what they say, set and setting. And so make sure your setting is very comfortable. Yeah. And if you're meditating like halfway through and you realize you're not comfortable, you can change.
Get up and move.
That's okay. Because otherwise you're just going to be focusing on not being comfortable.
Right.
So with that set and setting, so we talked about the setting portion of it and being comfortable, but the set is setting an intention or an affirmation for your meditation. regardless if you're meditating for 30 seconds or 30 minutes or 4 hours, it doesn't matter. You want to make sure that you have an intention and an affirmation. And these don't have to be anything crazy. So do you have a good example of an affirmation?
Actually, no, I just blanked out.
No,
Back
that's
to you,
okay.
Kay.
No, I think you had told me a couple weeks ago on the phone a really good affirmation. It was,
Oh, yeah.
God is always working in my best interest, or something like that. Or
Yeah.
God is always repairing.
God repairs my life.
Yes,
That's
that.
what it does, yeah.
Simple as that. And because when all the crazy thoughts come in, if you can just repeat an affirmation, and
anything you want.
That affirmation literally could be, I'm good at meditating.
Or, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to do it. Whatever it is.
Yeah, literally.
When you repeat it over and over and over, whatever that it doesn't have to be the same thing ever, and it could be something silly, but by repeating it over and over and over, all of those reels that are going on in your head about your day and are the kids close together and my meetings at this, and by repeating that over and over, it stops those reels. They can't keep going if you keep repeating something and bringing the focus to that.
Right.
So make sure it's something positive for sure, no matter what.
Oh, well,
that you're repeating.
Yeah, I didn't mention that, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next slide, and let's keep going because we want to make sure we get to a really good guided meditation at the end of this.
My favorite part.
So the first one, Heidi, you're awesome at this, quieting the mind. How do you do it?
Sometimes better than others.
And we just talked about the repeating affirmation, but I know the next point here is acknowledge a thought and let it go. So how do you do that?
So when a thought comes in, like all of these things I've been talking about. So when a thought comes in, you don't want to get frustrated with it or say, okay, no, go away. You just want to let the thoughts come in, acknowledge it, and then let it go. Just keep acknowledging it and letting it go. But do not in any way try to get any more thought into it than that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because otherwise you're going to go through a spiral, and that meditation is going to become a
anxiety
ball. So one thing I also do is, that's a great piece. One thing that I do is I reroute. So just how we talked about grounding, I always will reroute, because then I feel like nothing can sway me. Nothing can change my mind. Nothing can come in and distract me, because I'm rooted in my own power and in Mother Earth. So those are a few ways that you can definitely help quiet your mind, because distractions are going to happen. I don't care if you've been meditating for 5 minutes or never, or if you've been meditating for decades.
Yeah, there's some days I just can't right. But again, just bringing that that's out there, bring it in, say, okay, you're there, I know it, let it go.
Release it
I'll deal with you
judgment.
Later. Yeah, I don't need to do this right now.
Right, exactly. So if distractions are going to happen, how are other ways that you can overcome distractions when you meditate? The first and foremost, and we've hit this on the head so many times, but set yourself in a comfortable environment.
Yeah.
So again, like what I was saying, if you try to meditate sitting up and you're like, no, this isn't for me, change midway. Just because you started meditating does not mean that you have to keep doing
grounding.
That.
You can still be grounded
and move. Or if you have an itch, scratch it, because otherwise that's where your focus is going to be, and where energy, where attention goes, energy flows.
Yeah.
So make sure that your attention is not on uncomfortability, because then your whole meditation is going to feel icky and uncomfortable, and we don't want that.
And that's part of the reason I meditate laying down, because I've had 4 back surgeries.
Oof.
So if I sit for any length of time, I'm uncomfortable no matter what.
Absolutely.
So that's why I lay down. Yeah.
Love it. And play around with it. See what works for you. The next thing is repeating your intention. As we said, it's a way to quiet your mind. It's also a way to overcome those distractions.
Right.
So,
or say something that you want to manifest, something positive that brings you to a happy space, that you can keep repeating that, so that keeps bringing that positivity. And you just say it over and over, whether you believe it, think it, whatever, you just stick with it. And then all that stuff will fall away.
100%.
Yeah.
And then you can also just do another round of those breathing techniques that we went over earlier.
I do that when I have to reset and I hear noise and stuff, and then I do exactly that. I bring in my 3 deep breaths and I get right back. I'm okay.
Meditation's all about taking your body and your mind out of the fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
And so if you're like me and have anxiety, which I feel like everyone has.
I do too.
But if you're like me, or us, so you're going to probably get a little bit of anxiety when you hear noises and things like this. And as you meditate more, you'll get better at this, which is why I prefer to meditate in a loud environment, because it helps kind of challenge me to stay out of that fight or flight response.
But not always the best place to start.
100%. Yes, 100%. But doing these breathing techniques is going to, again, help regulate your nervous system, calm your nervous system, take you out of that fight or flight response, which is what we're doing when we meditate.
Right. Just kind of recenters you, brings you back in from all of this. It just, the breathing brings you right back in.
Yep.
And you can tune in real quick as it, because you've done it already. So you're kind of right back there again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To recap, to quiet the mind and overcome your distractions, we have a few really great tips for you. Repeating an affirmation or repeating your intention. You can acknowledge a thought, let it go without judgment, and reimagine yourself rooting into the earth. And then a couple recaps for overcoming your distractions could be:
sit in a comfortable environment. Again, repeat your intention. You can choose a different intention for each meditation, which is always fun too.
That's super fun.
Something, that's the way I start manifesting. I said I'm meditate, and then that's what I'm repeating. So I'm manifesting it.
I love it.
And again, tapping back into those breathing techniques to pull you back in.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I really want to meditate, but then something distracts me and then I get really frustrated, I start getting anxiety because I want to meditate so bad, but it's like this. So that's when I do my breathing. And then it all quiets and I'm okay to, continue.
And that's a great segue into this last bit here, is continuing forward. So keep going with the meditation, regardless if you get distracted. If distraction happens, it's okay. Remember that meditation is a practice.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they call yoga and meditation practices, because no one is perfect at it. Even the most experienced meditator is still practicing.
Right.
So don't psych yourself out if you can't get it the first few times or a few hundred times even. And remember, with meditation or with any spiritual or energy work, what is meant for you will always find you.
Yeah.
So don't stress out that, oh, I messed up, I got distracted, so now my intention is pointless. This isn't going to work.
Or now I can't do it anymore.
100%.
I just can't do it. You can do
can.
it. It takes, and it's not work. It's more like you have to release all of the things. And that's harder for us because we want to hold on to control.
Yeah.
Our lives are so crazy. So we want to hold on to control anywhere we can.
100%.
So releasing and getting into a meditative space, takes work. You can start with 2 minutes. You can start with 3 minutes and work your way up.
I started with 30 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Because that's at that time, that's what I was capable of. And that's what my schedule allowed. And even still now in the mornings, I try to do a 10-minute meditation, but there are some mornings where it's, shoot, I'm late. I have about 45 seconds as I shower to just sit there and meditate. So it's okay.
And you know what I do too, though? If I can't sleep or I am tossing and turning and I can't shut my brain off, I meditate. And every single time I fall asleep, because I just pull in my angels, my 4 angels bubble up. And then I just start, doing the breathing and repeating my little, whatever it is, God brings my life. Yeah. And I go out.
I love that.
Every time.
I love that. Who needs Ambien when you have meditation?
Right.
All right. So this is a huge thing that I always say, this proverbial saying, that this is going to hopefully for you help bring this whole practice mentality home. An oak tree begins as an acorn. So as I was saying, I started with 30-second meditations. I've now done meditations or drum circles for upwards 2 or 3 hours.
Wow.
That's years and years and years and years and years of practice. And even during those meditations,
I haven't done any that long.
Well, and even during those meditations, any meditation really, there's always that recentering.
Yeah.
I'm always going to
Pulling
get
back,
distracted.
yeah.
I'm always kind of coming in and out and making
absolutely
that
normal.
focus.
Yeah.
But all of that to say is, don't set out to do an hour meditation right off the bat. And this guided meditation that's going to be at the end is going to be maybe 3 to 5 minutes. So even if that's too long, totally okay, because an oak tree begins as an acorn. So that's the proverbial saying for this one.
Right.
So, all right.
All right.
So with that,
are we ready?
Let's do our guided meditation. So we're going to
turn this off.
Yeah, we're going to move the cameras a little bit so you can kind of see us relaxed and see how we do this.
Okay.
Hold on. Do you want to lay down there and
Whatever's
I can
best.
sit at the end? Okay.
Sounds good. All right.
And hopefully we will be
I'm
able
just gonna lay
to
back.
see this.
I'm just gonna lay
Fine.
back.
You're just going to lay back.
Can you see us?
Hopefully. And if not, close your eyes because this is a guided meditation for you.
There you
So,
go. Close your
Can you
eyes,
move this
relax,
camera
get in
too?
a comfortable spot.
Here we go.
Just like I am, if you could see me
Yeah.
leaning up, I don't have to lay down. I could be in this kind of comfortable spot. I know it's not gonna, my body's gonna be great in this spot this way too.
All right.
All
So
right, my sweet girl.
if you
Get
want, thank you. If you want to get in your comfortable position, okay, and close your eyes if you choose. Now, everything that I say is merely a suggestion. You do whatever you are most comfortable with. So we are going to start with grounding. So whichever grounding technique resonated mostly with you, I'm only going to guide you through the one that I'm using, but you can do whatever calls to you. So imagine all of your energy centers through the center of your body, aligning and lighting up vertically. And if you're not familiar with the energy centers in your body, we're going to have a chakra class next. So, all right, and we're just going to breathe in and release. And as you release, there's a white light coming from the heavens down through your body, through the center of your body, and going into Mother Earth. The earth below you is stable, and you are stable on it. Breathe in again. Breathe out as that white light goes below you and roots deep, deep, deep into the earth. It's rooting, it's growing, and you feel finally connected, heavens and earth, connecting through you, through your vessel. As that white light continues, imagine around yourself a golden light all around your body. And as you breathe through the whole meditation, that golden light glows even brighter with protection and peace, knowing that nothing at all in this world can get to you in this moment. This moment is for you. We're going to do 3 box breaths. Visualize a square in front of you and in your mind's eye. As we move up the left side of the square, we'll breathe in for 4 counts. As we move across the top of the square, we will hold that breath. When we move down the right side of the square, we will release the breath. And at the bottom of the square, we will hold that exhale for 4 counts. Let's begin. Inhale up the square. 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top. 2, 3, 4. Release down the side. 2, 3, 4. And hold it at the bottom. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Repeat the last one, the last cycle for yourself. We are ready to begin our guided meditation. As you continue breathing, please also repeat to yourself in the quietness of your heart or as a soft whisper your intention for your meditation. Carry that intention through this whole meditation. We're going to go back to those roots that you grew, the bright white roots. That energy is now going into your root chakra at the base of your trunk. This chakra is glowing red. You watch this glow, and then you watch it spin clockwise. As the white light goes into this red root chakra, your chakra is spinning faster and faster until it shoots the white light up. All through your body. The red chakra is shooting that white light up through to your next chakra, your sacral chakra, that glows orange. Again, you're watching this chakra spin clockwise until it shoots that white light up. Your next chakra up at the base of your diaphragm is going to glow a light yellow. As this glows, it's spinning until that chakra shoots the white light up to your heart chakra that is between your breastplate. This chakra may glow pink or green, but it glows with passion and it glows with love. And as it glows with love, it spins faster and faster, shooting that white light up now into your throat, which is glowing a bright but deep blue. Speaking your positive words of affirmation for yourself, it grows and it spins faster and faster, shooting that white light up into your third eye chakra. Your third eye chakra could glow a deeper indigo, might also look purple. In your mind's eye, as this chakra is spinning faster and faster, I want you to visualize your perfect day. What time do you wake up? Who do you wake up next to? Where do you wake up? How did you sleep the night before? How are you feeling? Sit with that perfect morning feeling, refreshed and grateful for a new day, and visualize what it looks like around you. As you step out of bed, what are you doing with your perfect day? Do you go to work? Where are you working? Maybe you have your kids. What do you make them for breakfast? I want you to walk through your afternoon in this perfect day, visualizing and feeling what this perfect day feels like. As you feel this, internalize this, and watch your third eye chakra spin faster and faster. At the end of the day, where do you go? Do you go out to a nice restaurant? Do you come home to your family? Maybe coming home to a pet that greets you lovingly with unconditional love. How are you feeling in this moment? What time are you going to bed? What are your thoughts of gratitude that you speak out loud before you sleep? In this perfect day, what has mattered most for you? As you visualize yourself laying down for another wonderful, restful night's sleep, I want you to again internalize how you feel. Accomplished, maybe? Fulfilled? Loved? What is this feeling? Your third eye chakra, as you visualize this, has spun faster than you can even imagine. And it has shot light up straight into your crown chakra that sits right on top of your head. And this is a bright white glow. And it is connecting the light that is shining from the heavens to you. This feeling that you felt through the visualization is attainable. And it is now connected from Mother Earth all the way to Spirit, and from Spirit down to Mother Earth. Take a few more seconds, a few more breaths, and know that your visualization of a perfect day is your life and is your reality. As you bask in this connected light from the heavens to the earth, I want you to feel the love of the world wrapped all around you. Whenever you're comfortable and ready, start to bring awareness back into your body by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Gentle movements. Maybe twisting your wrists, maybe your ankles, maybe a sway of your body, anything that feels comfortable. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes.
That was wonderful.
Namaste.
Job. Namaste.
I hope you enjoyed our presentation and class
Yes.
on meditation. I hope you got something out of this. And if you ever have any questions, both Heidi and myself are happy to do consultations. You can go to Dragonfly Collective. You can also go to the link in the bio wherever you're watching this, and you can find us.
Dragonfly Collective on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you
have
so
a lot
much.
of other things to offer as well, and we have several really neat classes coming up.
Yes.
So share, like, say hi, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, and let us know your favorite part of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Signing off.
If I can figure out.
There
we go. Awesome. I want to see how many people watched.
You think anybody did?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. What do you think?
I
Did
loved
we do
it.
okay?
I think it was great.
I think so too. We just